Yo, what up, fam? SeemlyTuber back at it again. Alright, listen up, because the gaming world just got put on notice. The Diablo boss just left Blizzard, and the whole franchise might be on the Switch too. Plus, the GTA franchise is about to hit 500 million sales. PlayStation 4 support might be ending soon, and a Borderlands 4 controversy is making fans lose their minds. Prepare for a mix of web drama, sales goats, and corporate shade. You already know the drill. Stay till the end, cause we're breaking down all the tea on the biggest drops in gaming. Let's get it. First up, fam, let's talk about a major shakeup at Blizzard. Rod Ferguson, the man who was behind the helm of Diablo 4, Diablo 2 Resurrected, and Diablo Immortal, that last one is wild, has announced his departure from the company. Ferguson joined Blizzard back in 2020 after a stint at the Coalition, working on the Gears of War series, and he's been a key figure in the development of these popular games. He announced his departure on Twitter, and his announcement felt like a big one, fam. But he did assure fans that the Diablo team are set up for success, and that there are exciting releases ahead. It's like Rev leaves after a major launch, and everyone starts to worry, but he's out here saying, nah, fam, it's all good. And I don't believe a single word of it. Quite honestly, I think Activision Blizzard is in a dark place, and it's gonna be murky waters from here on out, man. I'm not even gonna lie. So what does the future of Diablo look like without him? Well, fans can look forward to continued updates and support for Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4, which no one's playing Diablo Immortal. Well, probably a ton of people like to spend a whole bunch of money on mobile games. But if you're waiting for another Diablo 4 expansion, you'll have to wait until 2026. And here's the real talk, fam. Rumors also suggest that Diablo 4 might be making its way to the Switch too, complete with mouse control support. It's like first Starfield gets on the Switch 2 with a port, and now Diablo 4? What is going on? Xbox is becoming a third-party publisher at this point, quite honestly. They might as well not even make that next Xbox, but they're still making it for whatever reason. All right, fam, let's pivot to a franchise that's just an absolute sales go. Grand Theft Auto. The franchise is on the cusp of a monumental milestone, with just 45 million units needed to reach 500 million total units sold across all entries. Jesus. This achievement is particularly impressive, given that the last mainline game, Grand Theft Auto 5, released over a decade ago in 2013. For real, fam. A decade later, and it's still an absolute banger. Since then, the series' focuses have shifted to GTA Online, with developer Rockstar Games released Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018, but despite the passage of time, GTA 5 has become one of the best-selling games of the past decade, earning around $10 billion since its release. It's like, this game is just printing money. With the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6 set to release May 26, 2026, it's entirely plausible that the franchise could surpass the 500 million unit mark by the end of next year. The game, set in a modern-day Vice City, will introduce a pair of Bonnie and Clyde-style protagonists in Jason and Lucia, as fans eagerly await more information and potentially a new trailer before the end of 2025. The future of Grand Theft Auto franchise looks as bright as ever. Alright, fam, let's talk about the good old PlayStation 4, the console that sold over 117 million units and was the second best-selling Sony console. Well, it seems like it might be on its way out. Multiple live service game developers are reportedly considering dropping support for the PS4 in 2026. Now, I know what you're thinking, but the PS4 is still pretty popular. No, it's not. And you're right, it's not. But as the PS5 has been out for 5 years now, it's not entirely surprising that some developers are starting to eye the PS4 with a bit more caution. The reports from GameIndustry.biz doesn't name any specific companies, but it does mention that operators of major online live service titles are eyeing up the timeline for dropping PS4 support. This comes on the heels of Hoyoverse's decision to end support for Genshin Impact on PS4, citing technical concerns with the console's slow hard drive. So, what does this all mean for PS4 owners? Well, it's still still too early to tell for sure. Popular live service titles like Fortnite and Call of Duty are still available on PS4 at the time of this report, but the signs are there. Grand Theft Auto 6 will only be available on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, and Battlefield 6 is also skipping last-gen consoles. It's a bit of a bummer for PS4 owners, but get your bum selves off the couch, go get a job, and get you a PS5. I'm so sorry, I had to. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck all that. Same time, it's not entirely unexpected as newer consoles come out. It's natural for developers to start focusing their efforts on these platforms. It's the end of an era, and it's about damn time because we should have been had all games at 60 frames per second. They've been catering to you PS4 bums for long enough. Alright fam, let's talk about a game that's been in the gaming underworld for what it feels like an eternity. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. After what feels like an eternity in the gaming underworld, this gothic horror RPG is set to rise from the dead on October 21st. That's right folks, the date has leaked and it's official. The sequel to 2004's classic is coming this year. The road to this moment has been a bumpy one, filled with delays, developer switches, and even layoffs. But through it all, the Chinese room has managed to keep the flame of this vampire saga burning. Now, thanks to a pre-order page on Filipino retailer Game Extreme, the cat's out of the bag. The page lists October 21st as the release date, and given the Chinese room's earlier announcement that the game would launch in October 2025, it's a pretty safe bet that this Halloween treat will be a reality. So get ready to sink your teeth into some good old-fashioned vampire action, because come October 21st, you won't have to wait any longer to see if this long-awaited sequel is worth the hype. Will it be a game changer or a bloodless dud? We'll find out soon enough. Alright fam, let's talk about some other games that are making headlines. First up, Dusk Fade. A upcoming action platformer is set to transport players back to the glory days of the PlayStation 2 with its nostalgic nod to classic games like Kingdom Hearts, Jak and Daxter, and Ratchet & Clank. Developed by Weird Beluga, Dusk Fade aims to capture the essence of those beloved franchises while introducing its own unique gameplay and characters. Its protagonist, Tyrion, draws inspiration from Jim Hawkins of Treasure Planet, and his sword-wielding platforming adventure are reminiscent of Sora's Keyblade battles. With a 2022 release, fans are eagerly anticipating its arrival. And for all my stealth fans, Konami has confirmed that the online multiplayer mode for Metal Gear Solid, Delta, Snake Eater, Fox Hunt, Jesus, that's a long name, man, will launch at some point this fall, but won't be available on August 28th alongside the single-player component. The single-player remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 looks largely faithful to the original with updated graphics, but the multiplayer mode's delay is a risky move, as it's unclear if gamers will want to return to the game for it. It will largely depend on how Fox Hunt is to play, but it's a bit of a bummer that it won't be available at launch. Seriously, why is there a delay when this is like a remake, remaster? I don't understand. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, but I really don't understand what you could have been working on that you couldn't finish the multiplayer. If any of these dev moments made you lose your mind, hit that like button to let me know. It's a small click, but it helps the channel big time. Now, let's get back into the heat. All right, fam. Let's end on a controversial note. Randy Pitchford, president of Gearbox, has commented on potential price of Borderlands 4, and it got everyone heated. Got me heated, because I am not pre-ordering it. I'm not buying it at launch, bro. Unless I get a copy to, review or something, I'll get it when it goes on sale. Because you're not going to play in my face. Pitchford previously frustrated Borderlands 4 fans with his comments on social media saying that real fans would find a way to make it happen if Borderlands 4 cost $80. This comment was not very well received, to say the least. I was like, oh, so you think we just dumb or something, huh? And caused enormous backlash against Pitchford and Gearbox at the same time. Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick has since addressed the controversy, saying that Pitchford can be controversial at times, but the executive still loves him to death, confirming that there is no bad blood between them. Yeah, I bet. But Here's the real talk, fam. A collector's edition for Borderlands 4 was revealed with the price of $150. Don't buy that shit. But surprisingly, the package does not come with the actual game. Don't buy that fucking shit. Fans were very angry to discover that the product did not actually include the title, which must be purchased separately. Gearbox later explained that the product was not an actual collector's edition. What the fuck is it then? But an Echo 4 bundle. The fuck is that? It's a classic case of corporate nonsense. So fam, we just covered some wild stuff, from the Diablo 4 boss leaving Blizzard to the GTA franchise smash and sell records. We also talked about PS4 support ending Borderlands, Bloodlines 2 finally having a release date, and a new PS2 inspired platformer, Metal Gear Delta's multiplayer delay, and the Borderlands 4 controversy. The gaming world is constantly shifting, and it's keeping us on our toes. What are your thoughts on this news? Are you worried about the future of Diablo? Are you happy about the GTA franchise success? And what's your take on Borderlands 4's controversy? Hit the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Drop your wildest predictions, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me on X or Twitter, whichever one you like to call it. We'll catch y'all at the next gaming cookout. Peace.